Hi guys, it's time to recap August, and my tarot card of the month was the Ace of Cups, which is like love's beginnings, emotional energy, and raw feelings. And I'd say it was pretty accurate, but I don't know if I would say that it went how I expected, I guess. So I'll spill the beans. I've been seeing this guy for a while now, and I've been really liking him. And we went on some really nice dates this month. We went to the farmer's market and we got to see a bunch of the little farm animals there, which I just love so much. And just kind of browsed around together and had lunch and stuff. And then another date we had was to the CNE, which is like a massive fair kind of thing that happens in Toronto. And that was really, really cool. It was actually my first time ever going to it, so I thought that was a really special experience. And they had a really cool farm section with more animals, of course, my favorite. And we watched a birds of prey show, which was really cool to experience. And there were lots of just really cool crafty vendors to see and really good food, lots to choose from. And there was really big crowds. There was a lot of people. And we went on kind of an off day because he knew I would be nervous with the crowds. But it was all good with him. I really just kind of enjoy hanging out with him in general, but going on those really nice dates was a bonus, of course. But we've realized that despite enjoying each other's company so much and both really liking each other, that we may not have a future together. So that's really difficult to accept, and it's actually my first time ever being broken up with. So yeah, this month didn't really go how I thought. Things were going really, really well with me and him, at least, and then all of a sudden it kind of ended. But what can you do, I guess? Well, what I've done is some retail therapy, at least. So I bought some new cute clothes and some new lingerie that I'm pretty excited to show you guys. I did also have an idea for a new video. I think you guys will like it. I told you guys last month that I've been gardening a lot this year, and I've been growing a ton of spicy peppers. And I've been trying to challenge myself to eat every spicy pepper that I grow, but usually I don't really do spicy like that. But my idea is that I will try them all on a video. So I'll tell you guys about the pepper itself, what kind of pepper it is, how growing it has gone and everything, and then I will try it on video for you guys, and you can see me drooling and panting and trying to enjoy a spicy pepper. And you'll probably laugh at me because my spice tolerance is not very high. But I thought that would kind of be a fun video idea, so let me know if you're interested in something like that. I just have to make sure I harvest a bunch at the right time, and then that video will be coming out, I guess. I thought it would be kind of silly and fun and whatever. I've also gotten to try growing corn and potatoes in the garden, which is really, really fun and really cool to be able to harvest that stuff and eat it, because some of you may know that I lived in an apartment for a while, so I'm really trying to make the most of having a backyard and being able to garden, and it's a hobby of mine and my dad's, so really cool to just kind of experiment with stuff and try new stuff. I have done a little bit of sourdough baking this month, of course. You guys know me. I love my sourdough. I've made a bunch of loaves of bread, I've made baguettes, I've made brownies, and I actually made a batch of weed cookies this month as well. Double chocolate, or triple chocolate, I guess. I'm a little disappointed that I can't try them, because I have been going strong with forfeiting weed and forfeiting all my bad habits. So hopefully the people I made the cookies for get to enjoy them. I was like so tempted just to try one, but then I was like, no, I have to keep my sober streak going and keep up the good habits and don't let things distract me, I guess. I did buy like a ton of vitamins this month and like protein powder, greens, all that good stuff. So I think I'm definitely feeling healthier. I'm putting in a lot of effort to be healthier and just like working on my diet and fitness. I know it'll be like a forever sort of thing. There's not really an end to the goal. I'm just trying to improve my wellness and improve my quality of life and everything. And so far it's been going pretty well. I'm trying to balance my hormones a little bit more so I'm not dealing with a lot of like PCOS flare-ups. And just live healthier, make healthier choices, and it's all been going pretty well. I'm not being too hard on myself with things, like I still want to live my life, but overall I've been feeling better. I did drop into a free hot yoga class, which was really, really fun. I've only done it once before, so this time I kind of knew what I was getting into, but it was still pretty challenging. It was with a new instructor, and I actually convinced my cousin and my aunt and my brother to go for the first time. So that was really exciting as like a little group activity. I was gonna go even just on my own if no one else wanted to, but it was really fun and it was free, so it was like might as well. So that was really cool. I did a catering event with my friend and it was for like a whole weekend, so that was really, really cool to experience. We got to go up to Muskoka and it was a lot of work. It was very long hours, but it was cool to experience. I did not have a great time. Like I was kind of having a meltdown at one point, but I pushed through and I'm glad that I did it. And if someone asked me to do it again, I would still say yes. So, you know, it was just interesting, I guess. Cool experience. I'm always interested in new experiences, and plus I got to make a little bit of extra money by doing that. So I have been practicing driving still, of course. It is my goal to get my license before winter. I'm not trying to push myself too hard though. I don't want to freak myself out, but I need to get my practicing in and then I need to book that test and just do it. But so I've been practicing driving a whole bunch, and I actually drove up to surprise my grandparents one day and they were really excited to see me. I was excited to see them. It all just worked out really well. But actually both of my grandfathers on my mom's side and on my dad's side are nearing end of life stages, so that's pretty tricky. I'm really just trying to make the most of getting to see them while I still can. Thankfully, with all my schooling and the grief stuff, I kind of know how to handle things and what to expect, and I have a lot of knowledge around grief. It's still hard when it's family and it's someone you care about, but I'm trying my best to just be supportive and knowledgeable and yeah, just really make the most of our time while I can. I did have to talk to one of my grandfathers about his NRA because it seemed like he didn't fully know what he had signed, and that's super concerning with something as serious as an NRA. So hopefully he'll have that figured out soon, just because that is pretty concerning to not fully agree with your contract. So I did try to help him with that a little bit. And then my other grandfather, he actually has Alzheimer's, and then we just found out he also has stage 4 cancer. So that's pretty rough. He also lives a little bit farther away, so we don't see him very often, but we've been putting in an effort to get out there a lot more frequently at least. And I guess this month has really had quite a few ups and downs. I'll try and end this video on a more positive note. You guys know I always love my princess job. I'm thinking some of you probably watched that video of showing off my undergarments. I just thought that was kind of a silly thing to do, and it really makes a difference. I don't know if you'd be surprised or not, but having the right undergarments really brings the character even more to life, and that's why I do that. So I got to be Cinderella at a big city event, which was really fun. It was actually my first time having children see me and then start crying. And I'm not completely sure why, because I don't think I was doing anything wrong. I don't think I looked scary or anything. I think maybe they were just overwhelmed. But that was kind of a shock to have that happen. Then at the end of that event, we got popcorn as a tip from one of the vendors, which was really fun and really cool. Another event I did was as Rapunzel, and that was along with my coworker who was being Cinderella. And that was another first for me. That was my first event where I had some children claiming that we weren't real and trying to ask questions to catch us off guard. It was a group of little, like, 8-year-old boys, and they kept insisting that we weren't real. They were trying to ask us how much we were getting paid and stuff like that. And obviously, we're not allowed to break character. We have to keep the magic alive. So we were trying our best to answer questions in character, and thankfully we have a lot of character knowledge. That's part of the training. And because it was my first time ever dealing with a situation like that, I was a little bit nervous, but thankfully my coworker handled it like a freaking champ. Like, she was so smooth with it. I was very impressed, and it was just kind of funny. And then we ended up getting tipped birthday cake at that party, so it's always really great. I'd say it went pretty well, even though the little boys were kind of pushing at us. I think it was handled really well, and I think everyone else at the party was really happy. And I got to be Princess Anna twice. If you ask me, I prefer to be Princess Anna over Elsa. But usually Princess Anna is along with Princess Elsa, so if I ever get the choice, I'm picking Anna, and then a coworker's assigned Elsa. So one of them was at like this like tiny like play place sort of deal, and pretty much we just like read the kids a story and then got to play pretend with them and take photos, and that was just really fun. And then the other event was a 2-hour photo op. Pretty much. It was at a park, and we just had this long line for the entire event of people wanting to take photos with us. So that was really cool. It was pretty exhausting, but I think it went really well. It's always fun to just be part of all that magic and everything. I like doing that job, so trying to end this video on more of a positive note. Overall, a lot of emotional challenges, I guess. But I'm really trying to get through things as best as I can while remaining consistent with more of my healthy lifestyle changes that I've been trying to implement with myself. And I guess I'm just kind of interested to see how next month plays out. Hopefully maybe less emotional than this one. Overall, I'm trying to just have a really positive attitude and faith in God to get me through everything, and trusting in his plan. So thank you guys for watching. I do have some fun content coming out for you guys to watch next month, so I'll see you soon.